Hey, how's everyone doing? So this video is going to be a little bit different. I think I've played this game for a pretty long time now. I have a rank 20 Martin. That's pretty big. But I think I've played the game enough to rank these survivors, and I want to share my findings with you guys. So let's do it. So this list is going from unfortunately worst to best. So who do we got here? We got Samuel Jackson, I think, right? Samuel Jordan. Sorry, my bad, silly me. But yeah, so we got Samuel Jordan here at last place, and that's unfortunate because Samuel's kind of cool. He's a football player or whatever, and he does some punching and some damage with melee weapons. But really, that's all he's good for. And unfortunately, in this game of host advantage and lots of lag and whatever, melee is not the best. Melee is really bad, actually, I would say. And really, that's his specialty, which makes him so terrible. Like, sometimes I was playing Samuel, my hits were not registering at all on any of these creatures, and it was just awful. Really, his best tool is this, the dash forward. Lets you get around a lot faster than everyone else in the game, except for maybe Jill. Actually, no, you get around faster than even Jill. So you do a lot of damage with melee. He's really good against, the final stage against the freaking bio cores. He's really good there. Does a ton of damage with his swings, sledgehammer, whatever you choose to run his bat. But he takes those down real fast, so that's a bonus to him. But other than that, Samuel doesn't really stand out from the crowd of survivors. Doesn't really have a whole lot of utility to him. And since everything is really hard to register and freaking host lag and whatever, he falls to the bottom of the list, unfortunately. He's the worst. Alright, I bet you guys didn't see this one coming, or maybe you did, I don't freaking know. But at 6th, I think, we have to put January. Very unfortunate, I know. Because she was really good. I think they ended up nerfing her, I feel like. Because before, she could take down a camera in, just 6 shots of the quick draw army. Or almost, like it would live with a sliver of health. I'm sure I've demonstrated that before. But yeah, so she's pretty good in terms of utility and stuff, but this, like having to stop and do that, sometimes that leaves you vulnerable. Say you walk into a room, you see a machine gun camera, and you're like, oh man, gotta take that out. A beep boop 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 boop. During that beep boop beep beep boop boop, he can just unload on your head and do a ton of damage and probably almost kill you because Jan is not very tanky. She doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so she gets taken down pretty easily, I would say. But she was really good before. I think I feel like they nerfed her, so she doesn't take down cameras nearly as fast, and that makes sense, kind of, but not really. But yeah, being able to do this, being able to look at any camera and just, target it, blow it up. And then also, if you were to kill it and then target it and blow it up again, it resets the timer all the way down to 0. So that's really good. And then her fever skill, where she makes everything cost a lot, really locks out the mastermind from placing anything. I mean, he can still control stuff, so it's not super great. So if he happened to have a bioweapon, he's just like, oh, great, so I got January, fever skill, time to drop them in, boop, and then, so your fever skill did nothing, really. Did nothing. Nothing at all. So maybe, if they were to buff her, make it so they can't use the bioweapon, that would be, that would be pretty good. I'm telling you, that would be really good. But, yeah, other than that, January's not that great. She used to be, I would put her higher if she was the way she used to be, where she could kill cameras even faster. You can go like super camera killer January, but even then, I don't think it's even up to the place where it used to be. But I don't know. So I'd put her at 6th. Unfortunate, because I like her, but 6th place for you, lady. In 5th place, Miss Jill Valentine. What is she doing here? What is she doing here? What the? Yeah, everyone's favorite little stars lady, flying around, doing this, dodging. She moves real quick, I would say that is definitely a bonus to Jill. Jill's real fast. But other than that, she does pretty good damage, I guess. Look at that, bam, 462, pretty good. But other than, she doesn't really bring a whole lot to the table, honestly. She's not really a bring a whole lot to the table kind of girl. She has her dodge, which is really nice. You have the, if you dodge, you do a little bit more damage. I haven't really seen that come into play so much. Whenever I dodge and then try and shoot, it doesn't really buff me so much that it's super noticeable. But, yeah, dodge. And also, dodge doesn't even work that well. It doesn't even work that great. Like, when I try and dodge, I still get snatched, grabbed, hit, all this other junk, just because I would think that it's like host lag stuff, but I don't know. I would say that's the reason for that. But I know why you're wondering that. Why is she 5th? Because she has the quad launcher, which I don't have yet, but I know that it exists. That's a 300-second cooldown fever skill. That's 5 minutes. That's longer than the first stage of the game. Not to say that you couldn't get in the first stage of the game, but it's unlikely that you get it in the first stage of the game. And I know that you can also lower the cooldown on it by putting, the whatever perk thing that lowers your fever skill cooldown. I don't know how much that goes down by because they haven't given me the numbers. I don't know where the freaking numbers are, but it can't be that much. I mean, that's 500 or 300 seconds of nothing that Jill does. I mean, Samurai Edge is not that great either. I mean, actually, it's not bad. That's 1,000. Jeez. Not bad, but not great. Jill just doesn't bring a whole lot to the table, honestly. She's fast. She's really good at getting the puzzles. The puzzle pieces she's really good at getting. You'll always see Jill's like just fly in, just say "Ole," and then run and go get a puzzle piece real fast. But other than that, she doesn't do a whole bunch. So Jill, 5th place, unfortunately. You do a lot of damage, lady, and you're pretty quick. But other than that, everyone else on the list brings a little bit more to the table. Okay, 5th place for you. And coming in at 4th place, Martin Sandwich. Martin, yay! Round of applause for Martin, yay! Holy cow, Martin! Martin, being one of the squishiest characters in the game, comes in at 4th place for a variety of reasons. Martin can do this, he could go set down trap, and then zombies say, uh-oh, and then get zapped. But, yeah, Martin is pretty good. He can go full crit, which is really awesome. He just crits every shot. He actually does a pretty good amount of damage. Unfortunately, I'm almost positive he's the squishiest. Every single time I shoot at a Martin Sandwich with a camera, he dies pretty quick. But other than that, he has a lot of useful things about him. He has the trap, which comes up pretty fast. He can disarm traps, for one, which is really good. I want to say really good. But, whatever, masterminds can blow up their own traps. So if they put a lot of traps next to one trap, Martin ain't doing anything. Martin ain't doing anything because he's going to get exploded. Okay? So he's got disarm traps. He's got trap of his own, which stops zombies in their place. It helps against people like Daniel and liquors. It helps against, and he also has his fever skill, which is the flash. I don't have the upgraded flash yet. Unfortunately, I'm not level 23, but the flash is at a 90-second cooldown with the other one, with like reduced range, I think. But yeah, so you get a flash every 120 seconds with the base one, and you get a trap, and you can disarm traps, and you do a lot of damage, surprisingly. But unfortunately, you are the squishiest boy in the game, pretty sure. I say pretty sure because I'm not sure. Okay, so Martin coming in at 4th place with some damage, utility, traps, flash. Flash is really good. I'm telling you, flash is real good. Bioweapons, don't stand a chance. Get out of my face. I'm Martin. So 3rd belongs to Becca. I would say that Becca and Jill are kind of in the same echelon of character, really, because they do the same thing, or they're used for the same thing, I would say, which is killing things. A little bit less so for Jill, but, Becca's used for killing things and clearing rooms. So basically what you want with Becca is a RPG. You want an RPG with Becca. If you find a supply zombie, get an RPG out of it, it's probably GG for the most part, because you get your fever skill of infinite ammo and you just unload. And I know that really you got to think about, Jill has an RPG as well on a 5-minute cooldown, but she at least gets it 100% of the time. Becca might not get an RPG in the game, so who knows? Who knows what could happen? But I would say Becca does more damage. Yes, I think more damage for sure. She's got a little sentry stance. You shoot with it. And other than this, it's just she's just a damage character, really. And you got to think damage. You know, I want damage. She shoots, which makes her instantly better than Samuel. Samuel has to punch or hit, which is terrible. I hate punching and hitting in this game. It's so bad and so annoying. She's a good gun damage dealing character, which is really, really good. And she's probably the best. So if you want to run around and kill stuff, she's probably the best for that. So yeah. Sorry, Becca. Or not sorry, not so much. You're third. That's really good. That's a good placing. That's bronze. So not bad. Good job. Valerie, healing people and picking up your team. Valerie. And marking stuff, of course. Yeah, she also marks stuff, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. So Valerie is at second place. She's second. And you already know who's at first because, good lord, he's just too good. He's just too good. He's just too good. So Valerie comes in at second place with her multitude of stuff to do. She's got the heals. She's got the mark objects and enemies. Look at that. Hey, I did 608. Bam. 851. That's extra 200 damage. Awesome. So she lets you see what's coming. She lets you find everything on the map, essentially. And she also heals your team. Valerie's really good. Really, really good. And I was thinking about this a little bit. She's kind of similar to Martin, kind of, with just the fact that she brings a lot of utility and just things that she can do. But other than that, I value healing more above, killing traps. Everyone can kill traps. Everyone can shoot traps. But with her fever skill, she heals your whole team. Your whole team can be healed, especially with the gun mode, the gun heal gun thing. You know what I'm saying. With the heal gun, she heals your whole team to full, and she's just really good. She can pick up grenades. Everything. She's a grenade picker-upper, so she gets grenades, and grenades are good for clearing rooms. And you need room clear in this game, unfortunately, because of that. Thank you. But other than that, yeah, she's a really good character. Second place to you, just strictly off of heals. Good job. Coming in at number 1, the only African American in the game. Tyrone. What's his last name? Tyrone Henry. 2 first names. I love it. So Tyrone, best character in the game for sure. He's got this, the boot. He's got the boot, which is good against almost everything. Player-controlled zombies, bioweapons, anything in your way, locked doors. Kick them. Just kick them. Kick your problems away. So honestly, I put Tyrone here strictly because of Tank Tyrone, the big old 1700 health man, and being able to pick up his teammates in 0.1 seconds. And that's extremely useful. He doesn't take a whole lot of damage from things. He's a tank. Obviously, he's the only tank in the game. Besides, yeah, he's really the only tank in the game. I guess you could maybe call Samuel a tank, but Samuel doesn't have damage reduction, I don't think. But yeah. Tyrone, really, really good. Really great character. Picks up, if you run whatever healer boy Tyrone, run around, pick up your teammates when they get down. And he's just the best character. He's just the best character. You can pick everyone up. You can save yourself. You can reduce damage. You can kick stuff. It's the best. He's number 1. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Obviously, this is all my opinion and stuff like that. Just to, get rid of any sort of liability to this tier list or ranking list, whatever you want to call it. I'd just like to thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and put whatever you believe your list is or the survivors are ranked. Go ahead and tell me. I'll look at it. I'll, put in my little judgments. But other than that, thanks. See you.